1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Federal Cabinet has decided to make the inquiry report of the Commission on Sugar public. The Foreign Minister has stressed the need to promote economic diplomacy to cope with COVID-19 situation and allied challenges. China says cooperation between Beijing and Islamabad in the fight against COVID-19 is a model of international cooperation. 32 deaths were reported due to coronavirus in the country during the past 24 hours, while the global death toll has risen to over 328,000. A senior Indian diplomat was summoned to the Foreign Office in Islamabad today to register Pakistan's strong protest over the ceasefire violations along the line of control in Chirikot sector. In occupied Kashmir, Hurriyat leaders and organizations have paid rich tributes to prominent Hurriyat leaders Mirwais Maulvi Muhammad Farooq and Khwaja Abdul Ghani Lon on their martyrdom anniversaries today. And now the news in detail. The Federal Cabinet has decided to make the inquiry report of the Commission on Sugar public. This was stated by the Information Minister Shibli Faraz while giving a briefing to the media in Islamabad today, and said that the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government is firmly committed to accountability and transparency in governance. Speaking on the occasion, the Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Accountability, Mirza Shehzad Akbar, said Sugar Inquiry Commission was established to ascertain the reasons of increase in sugar prices in the last few years. He said the Commission gave its detailed report to the Special Cabinet meeting held today. Shehzad Akbar said the report explicitly says that sugar mill owners pay amount to sugarcane growers even less than the support price. In addition, all sugar mills make cuts in the weight of sugarcane from 15 to 30%. Shehzad Akbar said the Commission also found irregularities in the form of giving advance payments to farmers in the form of cash or commodity, which is akin to unregulated banking. Mirza Shehzad Akbar said today is very important in the history of Pakistan, as no government ever made such commissions in the past. He said Prime Minister Imran Khan also directed all the government advisors to declare their assets to ensure transparency. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has said as part of preparedness to cope with COVID-19 situation and allied challenges, it is a must to promote economic diplomacy in order to meet fiscal targets. Chairing a consultative meeting to review priorities in the prevailing coronavirus situation in Islamabad today, he said the world is fast heading towards global financial crisis and the developing world would face its worst implications. The Foreign Minister said timely completion of China-Pakistan Economic Corridor is among the foremost priorities of the incumbent government. He said considering the vitality of Afghan peace and stability for the entire region, Pakistan has been playing a sincere reconciliatory role to advance the Afghan peace process and would continue doing so. The Chinese ambassador to Pakistan, Yao Xing, has said cooperation between China and Pakistan in the fight against COVID-19 is a model of international cooperation. In an exclusive interview with China Economic Net, a leading economic news portal in China, he said China is deeply touched by the firm support it received from Pakistan in its effort to curb the epidemic. The Chinese ambassador thanked Pakistan for recognizing outstanding contribution of China to international anti-epidemic cooperation and its firm opposition to stigmatize China by certain countries. To a question about China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, he replied that it has achieved fruitful results in development of the Gwadar port, energy, infrastructure, special economic zones over the past 6 years. The number of coronavirus cases in the country has soared to 48,091 after 2,193 new cases were reported during the last 24 hours. According to the National Command and Operations Center, 17,382 cases have so far been detected in the Punjab, 18,964 in Sindh, 6,815 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 2,968 in Balochistan, 1,235 in the Islamabad Capital Territory, 579 in Gilgit-Baltistan, and 148 in Azad Kashmir. 14,155 patients have so far recovered from the virus, while the death toll stands at 1,017, with 32 deaths reported during the past 24 hours. Global infections from coronavirus have surpassed the 5 million mark, while the pandemic has claimed more than 328,000 lives in its whirl around the globe. The United States is on top of the list with 94,941 deaths, followed by the United Kingdom, 35,704, and Italy with 32,330 deaths. Brazil is also leading the pack, logging the third highest number of cases in the world after the United States and Russia. Peru, Mexico, and Chile have also seen steady increase in infections. A senior Indian diplomat was summoned to the Foreign Office in Islamabad today to register Pakistan's strong protest over the ceasefire violations by the Indian occupation forces along the line of control in Chirikot sector. In a statement, the Foreign Office spokesperson Aisha Faruqi said due to indiscriminate and unprovoked firing by the Indian occupation forces, 45 years old Muhammad Arif, son of Khadim Hussain, resident of Pothi village, sustained serious injuries. Condemning the deplorable targeting of innocent civilians by the Indian occupation forces, it was underscored that such senseless acts are in clear violation of the 2003 ceasefire understanding and are also against all established humanitarian norms and professional military conduct. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan has strongly condemned and rejected the Indian government's sinister design to further deprive the people of occupied Kashmir through new domicile law. In a televised opening statement at the weekly news briefing today, the Foreign Office spokesperson Aisha Faruqi said the domicile law is aimed at changing the demographic structure of occupied Kashmir. She said voices from around the world continue to condemn the inhuman oppression of the people of Jammu and Kashmir and discrimination against minority communities in India. In occupied Kashmir, Hurriyat leaders and organizations have paid rich tributes to prominent Hurriyat leaders Mirwais Maulvi Muhammad Farooq and Khwaja Abdul Ghani Lon and the martyrs of Hawal on their martyrdom anniversaries today. According to Kashmir Media Service senior Hurriyat leader and chairman Jammu and Kashmir People's Independent Movement, Bilal Ghani Lon, in a statement, said the deceased played a conspicuous role in the ongoing freedom movement. While remembering Khwaja Lon's contribution for the ongoing movement, he said the martyred leader had dedicated his life for the sacred cause. Others who paid tributes to the two leaders, Mirwais Maulvi Muhammad Farooq and Khwaja Abdul Ghani Lon, included Khwaja Firdaus, Abdul Hamid Bhatt, Democratic Freedom Party, Jammu and Kashmir National Front, Anjuman-e Shian, Ummat-e-Islami and Islami Tanzeem-e-Azadi. The American Special Envoy for Afghanistan, Zalmay Khalilzad, has demanded reduction in violence from all the Afghan sides. According to a foreign news agency, the envoy met the Taliban leaders in Doha hours after meeting with Afghan President Ashraf Ghani and his former rival Abdullah in Kabul. Violence has surged in recent days after a bloody militant raid in Kabul, for which the Taliban denied responsibility, triggered an Afghan government order for its forces to go on the offensive. Cyclone Phan has killed at least 72 people in eastern India and Bangladesh, lashing coastal areas with ferocious gusty winds and rain. According to local authorities, the most powerful cyclone in over a decade devastated the coastal villages, destroying mud houses, ripping out electricity poles, and washing away bridges. The damages may worsen as the rains are still continuing and the hardest hit areas are not immediately accessible. And finally, the weather. Mainly hot and dry weather is likely to prevail in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, rain with wind and thunderstorm is expected at isolated places in Upper Punjab, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Northeast Baluchistan, Gilgit, Baltistan, and Kashmir. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.